I good? Okay. Have you ever had a second home? By second home, I don't mean like a beach house or mountain cabin or your favorite vacation spot. I'm talking about a home where no matter what time of day, what you're wearing, what the occasion is, or why you're even standing outside, you're welcomed with warm arms and you're just always allowed to come over to that place to eat, a place to stay, and just a place to have genuine conversation with. Well, that was my home for a lot of people. It was a place for people to unwind, and if they were having rough times at home, it was just a place to relax. And it wasn't like that by accident. It all had to do with my parents. For as long as I can remember, my parents have been hosting so many different things, from the occasional birthday parties to dinner parties to work parties, promotion parties, and just the list goes on and on. And a big difference I realized when growing up was they didn't really care about the costs, the expense, or sometimes what the actual occasion was. The thing they talked about the most before and after the party was how each guest was doing. They talked about how Lisa was just engaged, or how Mark has just died. Mark's wife just died, and how they can just be able to be there for them. And my parents really emphasize on caring for the people rather than caring for the actual party going on. And as I was saying, it goes beyond just them being hostesses. I can remember a specific example. Many times after high school, when I had soccer or band, or I was just staying over at school, that I would come home and some of my friends would just be at my house having dinner with my parents without me. And I'd just be like, okay, that's interesting. But every single time I come up and talk to them like how it was, they always love my parents. They always say how genuine they are to them and how caring they are, and how they always ask how their day is going and truly mean and how genuine they are. And this tradition in my family actually had a lot to do with their childhood experiences. My mom grew up in a single mother's home, and she had two sisters. And she never saw her mom because she was working all the time to provide for them. And my mom, throughout high school, never wanted to come home because home just reminded her of so many bad memories that she just didn't really have a safe place to live or just to hang out. And over time, she met one of her best friends in high school, and she just remembered the main thing she remembers in high school was how generous those parents were. And when she was that little in high school, she just remembers, I just want to have a family. But when I have a family, I just want to be able to, just be able to have. When I have a family, I just want to be able to just have a situation like this where I can just invite people, be able to talk to them, and genuinely care. And because of that, that's kind of how my parents operated. And looking back throughout my childhood and just seeing how my parents interacted with one another, it's just super inspiring just to see how genuine they care for everybody. And because of that, it's now just like how my mom's dream was to have a family, and when I have a family, to have a house that's open to everyone. It's now my dream to have a house just like that. It's just a second home for everyone to live in.